A couple of months ago, there was a contest on the A.C.B.A page called Photo Kombat, and it was a tournament style competition with brackets. So you would get paired up against someone, and then if you beat them, you go on to the next bracket and so forth. I got contacted by A.C.B.A, more specifically David Walton, who's one of the admins, and he asked if I can throw in a prize for the winner, for the grand prize winner. So I agreed to basically create a custom dial for the winner from scratch, so that he would be able to have some input into what he wanted versus just creating a dial and saying you win this. I wanted to make it more custom and deal more with the person who won. So the winner was Shannon, and he hit me up and he was interested. So he won. I congratulated him and let him know that whenever he's ready to let me know what he has in mind. And there was a particular dial that was done around that time where that hole you're seeing in the back was more in the middle of the wall, and there was more of these beams. Are they called beams? More of these the name is escaping me. So my thing is, I don't want to copy a dial, copy somebody's idea, but at the same time I understood that he wanted something like this because it was going to work for the shots that he had in mind and for kind of his style of A.C.B.A. So I gave it some thought. We actually took a break from it for a little bit just because the summertime arrived and it gets a little crazy for me in the summertime. So we're nearing the end of the summer, so it was time to get into this. So I wanted to start showing the progress before I go further than this. So basically what we have here is an abandoned loft type of storage facility. So we're gonna have that open door there, and this is gonna be a little bit different. This is the second time I've done this where I just kind of do this side brick. It's kind of a double-sided wall, so when you do take shots from here, you can get more dimensions and more depth, and so that's gonna work well for him. Through a door in the back, we're gonna have a electricity box, electrical piping. These are going to be destroyed, and the floor is going to be destroyed a little bit. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys phase 1 and kind of the story behind it. It is 14 inches across, 20 inches deep, 12 inches tall. And I'll be back. Peace. Alright, so just wanted to update you guys on where I am on Shannon's dial. And now Shannon's the champ, A.C.B.A.'s Photo Kombat Champion for this year. So this was part of his prize package, his custom dial, and he wanted something like this. So the hardwood floors, they're not hardwood floors actually, they're kind of like planks. So I went away from hardwood floors, instead I went with planks. This was more what was used in the 40s, 50s, 60s. These planks were really durable, so they used these whenever there was any space where it was a warehouse type space and there was going to be equipment and a lot of foot traffic. The good thing about these is that they are 3 or 4 different shades of brown, so that's going to look really good in contrast to the brick color. One of the things I still need to work on is the window. The windows are always a little difficult for me, especially the level of windows that I want to make. The door was created today. I just finished it a few minutes ago. I'm definitely happy with the door, and I'm happy with the way the debris is looking. I wanted to make sure that that my vision was that this was kind of a destroyed slash decaying space, so the bricks naturally are just falling off, and some of the rubble from the walls and so forth, and just dirt and muck and from years on end of this space just kind of sitting there and the weather beating it up. So I'm definitely happy with where I'm at with it. I'm real happy with this angle here. I think Shannon's gonna have fun with the depth of taking pictures like this. I mean, you get one level, you get the other level with the pillar, and then you get the back, and you can throw the door in there, corner shot. So it's gonna be a really good. He's an awesome A.C.B. artist, so this is gonna be a really good dial for him, and he's gonna be able to maximize it. One of the things that I love is when I can ship a dial. It's funny because a lot of dials I ship to people, I never see them again. I never see them in pictures. They're probably not an A.C.B.A. And I wonder what they do with them. But I know with Shannon, he's gonna he's gonna kill it with this dial. So I'm really looking forward to what he's gonna be doing with this. So the next step is just black washing it, and I will be back once we start the painting process. All right, y'all. Peace. So I am on to the next steps, which is painting. Black washed everything first. I just noticed when I sat here to record this that I need to go back and make sure that the black wash is a little more watery. So I'll come back and do this and make sure that you don't see that pink in between those gaps, which is not a good look. What I wanted to do is show you guys kind of the in-between. So everything got black washed, started off painting the bricks. One of my favorite colors to deal with is this particular color. It's by a company called My Studio, and the name of the brick is the name of the color is Brick Red. And the reason I like it, I've mentioned it before, is because it's a really watery, cheap paint. So if I give it 2 or 3 coats, it kind of gives me what I'm looking for in terms of the look of the paint. So I've stuck to that color, and I don't have to go back and black wash it at the end because I like the way the color brick laid down on the bricks. So we wanted to show you guys, a lot of times when I start to paint, you'll see the mistakes and so forth. Some of those mistakes can be covered up. So if I didn't paint something correctly here when I do the brown for the wood, hardwood floors or for the plank floors, it covers that up. But something like that gap, I'd have to fill that up in black. There's another gap that you can actually see right there. I can see it better from mine, but you can see pink, so I'm gonna have to put some black in there. So that's the thing. I just want to avoid any of the pink showing up. So I started with the brick. Haven't done that side of the wall yet, and then once I do that, I'll start with the floor after I kind of correct that. So wanted to show you guys kind of a semi-painted, semi-black washed. Still have to do the door and back, and so that's haven't decided what color I want yet. Alright guys, so that's where we're at, and I will be back, and I'm out. Peace. Alright y'all, so what I want to do is give you guys a quick I don't want to call it a tutorial, but just a quick lesson on how to properly apply the clear acrylic sealer. So pretty much what you're using is, what I'm using is this, and it's a matte finish versus the glossy finish. A lot of people use Mod Podge, and you can use other, whatever else works for you. In this case, the spray works for me. The thing is that people generally do is they get this close and they spray, and what it does is that it makes the paint, basically it affects the foam, and it makes the paint bubble up. So what you want to do, and I'm going to do it at this angle, what you want to do is you want to give it a couple of light coats from about, I want to say 6 to 8 inches away. So you don't have to necessarily cover the whole thing on the first try. All you want to do is kind of give it a nice light first coat. Right now it's super windy, so the angle I was using, which was kind of behind the door, was a lot better. So it's kind of blowing all over the place, but I definitely wanted to give you guys an idea. So what you do is you let it dry, and it dries pretty quick, and then you can kind of give it that second coat. Again, don't get too close, especially if you only have 1 coat of paint. Because if you only have 1 coat of paint on it, it'll bubble up with the quickness. So that's the only danger with this spray. Mod Podge is a lot safer, and a lot of people use that. I would suggest Mod Podge, but again, this works for me, so I usually go with this. Just wanted to show you guys real quick. And also make sure y'all do it in a ventilated area, because this smells pretty strong to do it indoors. Alright y'all, I'm out. Alright, true story. I watch Friends when I make dials. Not just Friends, I watch just random. I'll be on a show and I remember making a lot of dials watching How I Met Your Mother. I made like a bunch of dials. I watched that a couple times. And more than anything, it's just filler in the background. As I'm creating, it allows me to just have, and I'll do it with music. Obviously music is the first outlet, but sometimes I don't feel like listening to beats and so forth, and I'll just throw on a sitcom. And I'm a big fan of Friends and Seinfeld and How I Met Your Mother and a bunch of other sitcoms. So Three's Company back in the day. So yeah, I can put that on, and it kind of soothes me so I can rock out. But yeah, this is where I'm at, man. I'm almost done. So let me see. Last update I think was just the walls, and I hadn't done the floor. So I finished the floor. I'm very happy with how the floor came out. The idea you know, again, was to have just a planked floor, or you know, a floor built of planks, and I wanted to have different colored woods, and it'll look better when I airbrush it and tone down some of these colors. It's gonna look nice. It's gonna look worn down. I created the kind of ceiling roof today. Threw in the barbed wire. Did the same thing on the other side. You can see them hanging out. It's magnetized here. It's magnetized in the other corner, so I was able to do that. So yeah, pretty much the last step is the window. Always my biggest challenge. I want to try to create a real cool window. So that's the last piece, and then and I'll be done, and I will record the finished product. And I'm out. Yes, y'all, to the beach, y'all. So I am officially done with this, and I am very happy how it came out. I'm actually even more happy that Shannon is very, very excited to get this in his hands. So I am going to go through this really quickly, try to keep it within 2 minutes. The last update, I don't think we had put the window up. So the window's been put up officially. Let me turn off these lights so you can see it a little bit of a better detail. So basically what I took is not skinny sticks. I took like balsa wood, and this is always my biggest challenge. So I had to lay these out, glue them against this border here, and then glue the paper, and then lay these in and glue it to the paper. So although it looks like it's kind of connected a bit, it really, let me get close up in here. So that's pretty much the look that I got. I'm definitely happy with that though. I like the paper that I chose for the window. What other highlights? I did the electricity box. So I just took, this is actually, my son had braces and they would give him wax and it would come in this little container. So I just made that, the electricity box. I again wanted to make sure that I was able to get different angles for Shannon to use. So luckily we got, you know, shots from here. You can take shots from here. You can take shots from the top. Put a little section in there to light down the door. So I think it generally it came out pretty good, man. It came out pretty good. So what I'm gonna do real quick is break it down for you guys, and I have put up a bunch of pictures in Dial Structure on Facebook. So if you guys have not joined the Dial Structure group, go check it out. Join. That's where I'll post most of my detailed pictures. Here on YouTube, I'll post a couple of pictures after the video, but generally it's just the video. So let's break this down. Did not magnetize these, so these are just basically pegged in. Did magnetize the roof, but only in 2 corners because I also had this holding it. Pull this out, and yeah, pretty much the standard breakdown of a dial. That's it. I forgot the dimensions. I'm pretty sure I mentioned the dimensions in the first portion of this. I want to say it's 20 inches deep, and I know it's 12 inches tall, 20 inches deep, maybe 14 across. I'm gonna stick with that. All right, y'all. Hope y'all like, and I'm out. Peace. So I'm running out of batteries. I didn't charge this last night, and I don't have that much space. Actually, no, I did free up some space. But anyway, we are in New Hampshire, and we are at a location called Lost River. And in front of me is the beautiful Priceless, who's walking ahead just so I can take some pictures of her walking down this amazing boardwalk slash stairs. I mean, this just goes on for a minute. And basically this is just one of those locations that has a lot of caves and
It's restricted. Doesn't it make you want to go?
yes, because it's restricted, it makes me want to go, because as long as I'm alive, I'm gonna live illegal.
All they have is like planks there.
Oh, it's restricted, but there's planks. Where do these planks go? It's almost like they tell you you can't do it, but they tempt you to do it anyway.
Exactly.
not cool. Not cool. All right. So we are still in the beginning of this path, and